Hello, and welcome back to Hands On. Welcome to the first episode of Season 3. Today, we are joined by Mrs. Marcy King of the Graphic Design and Communications and the new Entrepreneurship program. Welcome to the show, Mrs. King.
Thank you.
So, what exactly is entrepreneurship?
So entrepreneurship, the course is actually Entrepreneurship in Small Business, and an entrepreneur is a person who has an idea or a service that needs to be filled. They identify a need in the community, in a market, and they go ahead and create a business model based on that need.
All right. So, what kind of businesses do entrepreneurs usually run? Is there like a standard, or is there kind of varied?
It varies all over the place. It could be anywhere from something to do with automotive, or it could be something to do with creating a beverage. So
entrepreneurs just kind of basically do whatever they can. They just kind of make a business out of pretty much anything.
Entrepreneurs just have a different mindset. They're creative thinkers. They're problem solvers. They just can identify a need or a target market for a product that doesn't necessarily exist or doesn't exist in that region.
So what kind of experience have you had in entrepreneurship?
So I personally, I was a furniture designer for many years, for 25 years, I believe, female in the furniture industry. And I was a freelance designer. It was very unheard of in the 90s. And so, and then from there, after doing that for several years, my husband and I began, when we opened up Millside Fitness. And so we own a fitness center that is a 24/7 facility, which is not something that we have readily available in our area. Certainly did not have readily available in the 2000s, and so yeah, that's my experience as an entrepreneur.
Well, that's pretty cool, and it's also pretty cool that you have the experience to kind of spread this on to other people who want to get into this kind of thing. So why do people usually choose to go on the route of being an entrepreneur instead of I don't want to say normal, but a more, I guess, standard kind of job?
So being an entrepreneur and working for yourself has many, many benefits. Obviously, some flexibility, but also just satisfaction. Like, hey, I came up with this idea and I was able to successfully market it, and you reap the rewards. You don't have to necessarily share those rewards with anyone else except for yourself. And if you have employees, obviously you have those things. It comes with its downfalls too. And that would be, being able to manage finances and taxes and laws and regulations and things like that. You have to be, well aware of what's right, what's wrong, and how to plan for the unexpected.
Yeah, I know personally myself, just working in this kind of studio, the unexpected can happen at literally any moment.
Yes.
We've had all sorts of unexpected things happen.
I'm sure you have.
We've had a lot of difficulties already this year, but I'm happy that we're able to get to where we are. So, what kind of activities do you guys get up to in class on an everyday basis?
So my goal for my students in the Entrepreneurship and Small Business program is to get them outside of the classroom, to engage with their community, to do some volunteerism activities, and also just explore other careers. They all did an interest survey, so they identified some areas of interest that that I've tried to meet their needs as far as like getting them to, for instance, you'll meet Chase later on, who has an expressed interest in golf. And so last week we went out to Fogbrook Resort in Palmyra and met with the general manager, toured the facility, got to learn about some of their growth opportunities, how they've grown over the years and how they look forward to growing in the future. Another opportunity, we just actually had Bobby Grenier from Treewergy and Baldacci.
You had a what?
Bobby Grenier from Treewergy and Baldacci. She is a paralegal for this title company located in Bangor, but they have many locations. And she just spoke to my students about real estate and all of the facets of business opportunities within the real estate market. And then also spoke with them about buying property as becoming a homeowner and what was involved in that.
Yeah, personally, whenever I hear entrepreneur, that's usually where my mind goes to, is like property-related things and real estate. Is that kind of what a lot of entrepreneurs do? Or is that kind of like a majority, or is that just kind of...
An entrepreneur just thinks of who's interested in real estate, for example, would just thinks of the business model a little bit differently. So they maybe they specialize in a certain area. Maybe they identify a need within the real estate market that's not being met, and so they basically strategically plan around those needs and plan to better meet the needs of the consumers as we evolve. I mean, as you know, things don't work the same in 2024 as they did in 1994. So
things always change. We've had in a, how long is that, like 30-year time span, things change a lot.
And just being willing to make those changes and make those modifications to meet the current buyer, not the buyer of, your parents' age or your grandparents' age, that type of thing.
All right. So do your students kind of just have like their own independent kind of projects or focus time? Because in multimedia, we have what we call focus projects where we do all of our morning stuff, but then we have our stuff that we do in the afternoon where people just work on their own projects that they're personally interested in. Is that kind of similar to what you guys do? So
they have a base curriculum, which we use 2 textbooks, and they have lessons that they follow. And there's lots of activities like writing a business plan, identifying market needs, things like that, that they do alongside or simultaneously to going out to these different places or having guest speakers come into the classroom. But they're also charged with coming up with classroom micro enterprises. And so
what exactly does that mean?
So it's basically it's a mini business model that they can conduct business within the classroom and ultimately make a profit.
All right.
And so this last week, they actually brought to fruition their micro enterprise, which was their pop-up pizza shop. And they partnered with Culinary Arts. We went out the Friday before, went to Sam's Club, bought our supplies. We portioned everything out, got it ready. We took orders. We, like I said, partnered with Culinary Arts, and they assembled and cooked the pizzas for us, and then we sold them. And the students yielded a 50% profit, which is really good for the restaurant industry.
Well, that's really cool. Do you guys plan stuff with other programs often?
This was our first one, but the students are tasked with thinking about their next micro enterprise, and that one will be something that will hopefully carry them through the entire course of the year with little to no hands-on. And so I'm not going to go any further into detail on that one. You're just going to have to wait and see what that comes out to be.
All right. Well, that sounds really interesting. I'm actually kind of looking forward to see what kind of stuff they do. Okay. I remember seeing them working on their pizza, like Culinary Arts working on their pizzas out there, and I was like, when I heard you were involved, and I was like, how in the world are they getting entrepreneurship involved in this? But now it makes a lot more sense.
The students had to write a business proposal and present it to Mr. Levitt and to Chef Whitman and get buy-in, obviously, from the partners that they were requiring to pull the project off.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Are there any other future plans that you're able to share with us that you plan for the class?
Well, my entrepreneur students don't even know about this one, but I have reached out to some other instructors, our welding, our engineering design, our metals manufacturing. I haven't reached out to Mr. Cole yet, but he is definitely on the list as well.
I bet Mr. Cole would love it.
And then also my graphic design students to create some sort of an e-commerce site where the students all collaborate on different projects and have it available for sale into the community on a website.
Do you have any other things that you'd like to talk about?
I don't think so. I think in a nutshell, that pretty much sums it up. But my goal for the students is just to introduce them to as much of a variety of business types and business owners as I can throughout the course of their time here at TCTC.
Are there any like famous entrepreneurs out there that
Elon Musk?
I know he's a pretty big one, because I know a lot of
Bill Gates.
Yeah, a lot of like billionaires and the billionaires out there are entrepreneurs that make their money from. Because I know Bill Gates specifically, I know the whole computer industry was really new at the time, but when it really started to blow up, that's when he made a ridiculous amount of money. Like a lot of these people whether or not you think of them in a positive light, they're incredible businessmen.
Yes, absolutely. And that's really the key to being an entrepreneur is you set a goal for yourself because you see a need that needs to be filled, but you don't stop there. You're always striving to get to the next level and just expanding upon that original concept. So that's really the heart of an entrepreneur, is taking risk and seeing the future of whatever that product or service might be.
Well, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Mrs. King.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kaleb.
I'm here on site at the Building Trades House with Jacob Haskell, one of the students who is working on it. So what exactly are you guys doing right now?
Well, we're putting up, I think, boarding for the top of the ceiling inside the house. I think that's what we're mostly going to try to get done for today. And we're trying to get, we want to get the interior of the house done, but also we have to, we're going to be doing the shingles for the garage, which is very exciting for all our group, because some of us are very excited to learn that trait. Get up on the roof, do some roofing with a nail gun and all that. It's going to be all exciting all around for everybody.
All right. What kind of experience are you hoping you'll get out of helping build the house?
You're outside, you're enjoying nature, you're helping your coworkers and having fun at the same time. What I hope I get out of it is probably a lot of experience. This is going to go great on my resume, and just to get that proudness that you actually build something. It's awesome.
I am here with Wesley Bragan, one of the students of Building Trades, who is helping to work on their house. So what exactly are you guys doing today?
We are getting strapping on the ceiling so we could put sheetrock up. And after lunch, we will be putting up the interior walls for the inside.
What are you guys going to be doing with the house once it's done?
As far as I know, we're just going to be selling it. That's all I know.
So it's just going to be going up on the market for people to buy?
Yeah, it is.
Are there going to be any problems with weather once winter comes along?
I don't think so, because snow shouldn't be a problem, because it should be watertight in a couple weeks.
All right. Other than just the actual building, like the exterior, what kind of stuff on like the interior needs to get done for the house?
Sheetrock, electrical, plumbing, and flooring and stuff.
What kind of experience are you hoping to get out of this?
I'd like to see the electrical stuff because that's something I'd like to do. So that's going to be good to see.
What do you plan on doing once you leave Tri-County? What kind of field do you plan to go into?
Probably electrical.
I'm here with Chase Farnsworth, who is a student of the Entrepreneurship program. Welcome to the show, Chase.
Thank you for having me.
What exactly do you do in the program?
So we do a lot of field trips, but we usually go and see businesses and entrepreneurs in our region, and we talk to them and they give us their experience. And then we also do a lot with creating business opportunities, if that's like nonprofit, or if we do things within TCTC, which we recently just did a pizza shop where we partnered with culinary and sold pizzas to the TCTC students.
Yeah, Mrs. King talked a little bit about the pizza stuff. Is there any like kind of behind the scenes background stuff as to how exactly it worked?
Yes, so this has been ongoing since we got into school, so that's about a month and a half now, almost 2 months.
Yeah, almost 2 months.
And we've been doing a lot of the budgeting, just making sure that everything's running smoothly. We sent out a survey to wonder how many people would be interested in this, and then we sent out another one to see what you'd actually want to order. So there's a lot that goes beyond, and we made sure we got the products that would be the right fit, the right price, trying to manage all that. And then we obviously partnered with culinary, where they did an excellent job, and they got to do some work experience that would prepare them for a kitchen that's at fast paces. So that's the...
So it's kind of a win-win-win where you get experience, culinary gets experience, and everybody gets pizza.
Yep.
That's pretty cool when things turn out like that. So what kind of stuff are you guys working on right now in class?
Currently, well, actually, we just had a guest speaker come in from Trewargy and Baldacci, which is a law firm, and they specialize in real estate. So right now, we're just doing some of the busy work where Miss King's just trying to get us doing some work papers, getting more knowledge in the system. But we try and go places where, for the four of us, it all appeals to us. So, like, we've gone to real estate firms. We've gone and we've heard from people in the cosmetology business, and we've also gone to golf courses, which is what I'm interested in and stuff. So
Yeah, it sounds like the whole entrepreneurship thing is all over the place.
It is.
So is it kind of like a method to the madness kind of thing?
Well, we're a pilot program, so we're kind of just going with the flow. We're trying to build a curriculum as we go on. This is our first year, so Miss King doesn't really have anything set in stone, but she got enough where we can build off of it. So we're kind of building the curriculum. We're building what the future class will hold. So
Well, that's pretty cool. So hopefully every next year is gonna be even more uphill. So what made you want to take this program?
I love business. I also love money, and I love numbers. So I'm like, this is perfect. And I also wanted more experience in like the job world, kind of put myself out there and see what I liked and didn't like. And I found things I don't like, and I found things I have liked in this class. So that's the main thing. And when I heard that it was going to be entrepreneurial and small business, because that's what I'm going to go for college for, so I was like, that's perfect. Give myself a little bit of knowledge before I head into college and experience that life and get more knowledge in the...
So what exactly are you going to be going to college for?
I don't know where I'm going to be going, but I'm going for business, and I don't know if I'm going to go for business marketing, but I've also thought about like sound technology and stuff, and be in business and that stuff, because I find that very cool and interesting. But definitely on the business side of it, where the money and numbers.
So when you say like sound stuff, do you mean kind of like what we're doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
I plan to go into audio engineering college at NESCOM.
Yep.
So that's going to be pretty cool. And I love doing this podcast. I love working with audio. So it's a really cool field to get into.
It is. Have you toured NESCOM?
Yes, we have. We toured NESCOM last year, and we're probably going to be doing another tour this year. It is a really cool place. I remember when I went there, I saw a lot of their big mixers and cool audio equipment. And it was just exciting the whole way through. So I know we have a lot of people watching who might be debating on going to Tri-County. What are some qualities of this program that you think some people might enjoy about it?
I think the biggest is if you like something and we offer it here, it's going to give you more experience than anything school would ever give you. So like a lot of our programs, from automotive technology to multimedia to our program, Entrepreneurial and Small Business, we're able to hone in on our skills, and we're able to do things that we wouldn't be normally able to do in a school atmosphere, and we're also allowed to have fun with it. You're doing this for fun. We're doing school, but it's more of like a real lab workspace. Exactly. Yeah. We're able to have fun with it. We're able to not think of it as work. We're able to enjoy more of it. And that's why I think everybody should experience something like this in school, where they're able to branch out and try something. Even if you don't necessarily like it, it's always good to just try new things.
And that's one thing I love about Tri-County, is that even if you sign up, there's still a drop period. So, and also we have all the real stuff here. We have all this real material. We have the tools to get things done. We get grants that allow us to get this kind of stuff, which is awesome. That they try to make it basically as close to real life as possible as you could get. So. What kind of work are you going to be doing in the future? Do you know of?
I think I'm going to, me personally, I think I'm going to get into the like the marketing business, but I'm going to specialize in like golf courses, because I'm an avid golf player and I love to play golf, and I just want to be in a space that I enjoy. So if that's marketing new equipment, or if that's managing my own golf course, that's what I'm going to be getting into. That's what I want to. And I'm a senior, so I'm going to college next year, or whatever I plan to do. So that's my plan for the future.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Chase.
Thank you.
You shared with us a whole bunch of really cool stuff.
Thank you for having me.